Microlearning, a new trend in education and training. A presentation by Badrul Khan.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Badrul Khan. I welcome you to the session entitled Microlearning in the Digital Age. A new trend in education and training in the new norm of education after COVID-19.
We have organized the presentation into two parts. The first is a video presentation, which includes issues such as why microlearning, what is microlearning, introducing a framework for designing microlearning, and a demonstration of a microlearning unit of a course. The second part includes Badrul Khan presenting his e-learning framework, and if the time allows, he will answer any questions you may have.
As you know, COVID-19 pandemic affected all of us globally. Schools, colleges, universities, and training institutions around the world have been either fully or partially closed. As alternatives to traditional classroom, institutions have increasingly adopted remote learning methods. However, at no other time in history has the e-learning or online education gained such enormous and overwhelming attention globally. Education world was unprepared in its response to pandemic. With no substantive preparation, educators were asked to move from traditional face-to-face classroom to virtual learning via e-learning. Many educators had neither tools nor expertise to shift from traditional classroom to e-learning within a short period of time. As you know, e-learning or remote learning is an open educational system, different from traditional instruction. Classroom instruction is pretty much a closed system, taking place within a confine of a classroom. In contrast, e-learning is a flexible form of education that allows learners to learn from anywhere at any time. I recently moderated several international webinars on remote learning. Educators and students shared various issues associated with remote learning or online learning, including mental health, digital divide, students' data security, dropouts, infrastructure problem, tuition, digital accessibility, etc. Since 1995, I have been researching critical e-learning issues, and many of the issues raised by students and educators during pandemic are very inclusive of what I found over the years. It seems that the recommendation for simple digital learning in snippets, such as microlearning, microlearning can be viewed as a single objective-focused, outcome-based, standalone, meaningful, and interactive learning unit delivered in a bite-sized snippets, that is, short modular format, either digitally, that is, via computer, tablet, or mobile phones, or non-digitally, such as via flashcard or booklet. Now, I'm going to talk about different capabilities, functions that we want to have in microlearning. As we talk to people, they want microlearning to have special capabilities. For example, they want to have if you think about this micro-learning, and then they want it to be interactive, engaging, device independent, easily accessible, single objective focused, short duration, retention boosting or just in time. Then they want to have independent but part of the whole. And also they want cost effective. So these are all different capabilities they want in microlearning. So, but think about microlearning. You have droplets of water in an ocean. Each droplet of water will have the same properties of an ocean. So if you have these properties, what constitute the properties to make the drop of water from the same ocean with the similar properties? Suppose you are creating a course, and course you have many objectives. For each objectives, you are creating a microlearning unit. You want to make sure that each microlearning unit follows some standards so that look and feel for each microlearning unit within a course should have the same quality with other units. For a course, you have several objectives. So you want to make sure each objective-based microlearning units is with same quality that other objective-focused microlearning units in the course. So how do you do that? So suppose you have this microlearning with all these capabilities you are providing, but you need some guidance. I created a framework which will come surrounding this microlearning and would provide the quality like pedagogy, technology, interface design, evaluation, management, resource support, ethical, and institutional issues. Once you have different issues addressing these octagonal dimensions of learning, then your micro-learning with all these capabilities will be very meaningful. So once you have this octagonal guidance, and you'll see that your microlearning will be very meaningful because you address all the important guidance of the octagonal framework. For e-learning design and implementation course, today we're going to talk about Bloom's taxonomy and how it can help designing e-learning courses. So for that in mind, let me show you, I put together Bloom's taxonomy with more modified version using approaches, techniques from other sources. This is basically the Bloom's taxonomy. So Bloom's taxonomy, as you can see, goes from remembering like knowledge to the comprehension, from simple to complex. If that you want someone to just define something, then for that particular objective, that particular content, you are good for asynchronous learning, means self-paced learning, which is online. And then these are, so all the objectives are here. You can see list, label, introduce, define, identify, arrange, acquire. All these are low level content for understanding, and then we have created, this is what I added, instructional strategy. what types of strategy you're going to use. So for remembering, you may want to show just a lecture or show visuals, or provide examples. So these are good candidates for asynchronous, means you create e-learning or web-based learning, and students can learn using different kind of strategies such as lecture, visuals, examples, or illustration, or some kind of analogy. So this kind of thing you can do for asynchronous learning. Welcome to e-learning design and technology course. My name is Badrul Khan. I'm so happy to teach this class. So many of you are probably wondering what is e-learning. So let's write E, and then we have learning. So E, you see E means all electronic devices or tools. So that means what you have, everything that you use, like your hardware, like your cell phone, your laptop, your television, radio, satellite, your Wi-Fi, all the technologies, including your learning management system, these are part of all E. When these E technologies are used to develop learning, then we call e-learning. So let me show you, for learning we have pedagogy, or you can say andragogy, and within that you have instructional design. So in this course, what we try to do is to make a good combination of this E and learning together and come up with a framework, which is, you see, the framework will appear right here. It does pedagogy and technology together to create meaningful learning. So far you have technology plus pedagogy, and other issues that involve, we're going to study all of it. So in this course, will have a lot of fun, because in this course, you're going to create a meaningful, easily accessible e-learning, which is cost-effective, and also it will be very interactive. So thank you, and with the next lesson, we'll probably come up with more interesting ideas about different technologies and how they're making interactive lessons. Thanks.